Hey people, thanks for coming back. We're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials on today's video. So adding's really simple. It's a lot like simplifying. You're just going to be combining like terms. So here we have a pair of polynomials. This is a polynomial, and we are adding this polynomial. All right, so you can see that they're kind of determined by their set of parentheses. However, most people are like, oh, you got to do PEMDAS, you got to do what's in parentheses first. Well, since there's no like terms within parentheses here, there's nothing to do. So, and because all of our terms are being added, we can actually just ignore our parentheses and use the commutative and associative properties and just add everything. All right, and in that case, when you do that, you're just simplifying. You're just combining like terms. So we can add our x squared terms. 3x squared plus negative x squared will give us 2x squared. Next, we can add our x terms. So 5x plus 2x is 7x. Finally, we can add our numerical terms. So 6 minus 4, 6 plus negative 4 is negative 2, or positive 2. So this is our answer, 2x squared plus 7x plus 2. All right, that looks a lot like what we did before, I hope. Okay, we're going to practice on a couple. Here we have 3a squared minus 6a plus 2a squared minus 3a. So let's add our a squareds. 3 plus 2 is 5, so that's 5a squared. All right, now we say this is negative 6a plus negative 3a is going to give us negative 9a. So that polynomial simplifies to 5a squared minus 9a. Jumping down here to our second polynomial, we have x squared plus 2x squared, which would give us 3x squared. Right, and negative x plus 8x is going to give us 7x. So 3x squared plus 7x is our final answer. All right, with our last polynomial, we have negative 2n cubed plus 8n squared plus 6n cubed minus 8n squared. So we can add our cubed n's. So negative 2n cubed plus 6n cubed is going to give us 4n cubed. All right. 8n squared plus negative 8n squared is just going to be 0. We got nothing left with our n squareds. So 4n cubed is our final answer here. Subtracting is a little trickier. We got to change the expression to addition using what I keep, change, opposite. The first expression is going to stay exactly the same. We keep it. We change our subtraction sign between the parentheses to addition, and then everything in the second set of parentheses becomes its opposite. So let's take a look at that. So here we have 2x squared plus 4x minus 8 minus 3x squared plus x minus 9. So we're going to keep this polynomial exactly the same. We're not going to change a thing about it, but we are going to change our subtraction to addition. That is going to change everything in this set of parentheses. It's going to change this entire polynomial to its opposite. So that means positive 3x squared becomes negative 3x squared. Positive x becomes negative x. Minus 9, which is the same as plus negative 9, just becomes plus 9. All right. So now we can combine our like terms. 2x squared plus negative 3x squared is negative x squared. 4x plus negative x is 3x. And negative 8 plus 9 is 1. So the answer is negative x squared plus 3x plus 1. Let's do a few more just to get the hang of it. So in this first problem, we have 5n cubed plus 5 minus negative 3n cubed plus 1. So keep change opposite. We're going to keep this polynomial. We're going to change subtraction to addition. This negative 3n cubed is just going to become a positive 3n cubed. And this positive 1 is going to become a negative 1. So now let's add up our like terms. 3n cubed plus 5n cubed plus 3n cubed is 8n cubed. 5 plus negative 1 is 4. So we get 8n cubed plus 4. All right. 4a cubed plus 2a squared minus 3a cubed plus 8. So we're going to change this to addition, and then everything in parentheses becomes its opposite. So now we have a negative 3a cubed and negative 8. So 4a cubed plus negative 3a cubed is just a cubed. All right, now 2a squared does not have a like term, so it's just 2a squared. Negative 8 also does not have a like term, so we can just tack that on at the end. So we get a cubed plus 2a squared minus 8. Okay, 5x squared plus 4 minus 3x cubed plus 5. So change subtraction to addition, and everything in parentheses becomes its opposite. Okay, so 5x squared does not have a like term anywhere. So we're going to stick that in here. Okay. 4 plus negative 5 would be a negative 1. And then negative 5x cubed also doesn't have a like term. So I'm going to stick that in the front since it has the largest exponent. So I get negative 5x cubed plus 5x squared minus 1. Okay, goodbye.